Hello. Welcome to my presentation on creating resilient first responders through coaching. My name is Don Pemberton. I am a certified coach with the First Responder Coaching Organization, a firefighter paramedic with the City of Henderson, and a 22-year veteran of emergency services. Let's begin with the end in mind. At the conclusion of this presentation, I hope to show you that coaching provides the tools to manage the stressors that first responders experience at home and at work. When we reduce stressors, the entire organization may benefit from fewer unnecessary conflicts, higher morale, improved performance, fewer sick days, greater energy and focus. Now, that's not first responder coaching that's saying that. That's the IAFC in a commissioned report in 2021 titled the Yellow Ribbon Report. And they laid out the best practices for behavioral wellness for emergency responders. We believe that mental health is the single greatest challenge facing today's first responders. And in 2021, unfortunately, there were 158 police officers and 48 firefighters that died in the line of duty. Now, as tragic as that is, in that same time period, more than 200 police officers and 133 firefighters took their own lives. According to the CDC, even though the number of suicides are high, these death numbers are likely underreported. There is insufficient data on suicides and mental health issues among emergency responders. Many emergency responders consider stress to be part of the job and feel that they cannot or should not talk about the traumatic events and other occupational stressors. So what is first responder coaching? First responder coaching is a collaborative process where a trained coach and a client or a coachee work together to assist the coachee to identify and address the aspects of life where growth and improvement is desired. It focuses on maximizing personal and professional potential, and it creates and nurtures a growth mindset for living a full and productive life and provides the tools needed for coping with everyday struggles. So what coaching isn't counseling, mentoring, or therapy. We do not analyze the past as coaches. We focus on the present and the future and help those who are ready to move forward in their lives. Coaching also doesn't replace the need for professional clinicians or traditional established treatments and modalities. Rather, we see coaching as a partner to traditional approaches to mental health to fill the gap in the care that is desperately needed by our first responders. So, what are the benefits from coaching? Coaching builds stronger connections within your departments and at home. By opening vital lines of communication, we can create balance at home and on the job. We can assist you in becoming your best self and creating the life that you have always wanted. So, what happens in a coaching session? You, the client, are in charge of the meeting. You bring whatever you want to have addressed or bring nothing at all, and we are completely prepared. Consistently meeting every week brings about the greatest lasting change in your life. And we are commonly asked, do we only coach first responders? And the answer is no. However, we are trained to coach anyone on anything, but we specialize in the unique challenges facing our first responders. So we like to use an analogy at first responder coaching. We'd like to talk about the difference between an early warning system and a late reaction system. So, when we think of smoke detectors are devices that alert occupants to the fire and allow for an early intervention. When smoke detectors are working properly, they identify the occupants that there is a problem that can be solved early. And also, they are able to detect invisible products of combustion that will signal the presence of danger. Now, a late reaction system might be identified like a sprinkler system. So a sprinkler system is a vital role in protecting the occupants. However, sprinklers are activated at high temperatures and release an extinguishing agent. Unfortunately, sprinklers are only activated after the fire has grown to a dangerous size. And we like to think of coaching as that early warning system. So, does your department have smoke detectors or sprinkler systems to manage the emotional dangers of emergency services? So some examples of smoke detectors might be mentoring, guidance from supervisors, peer coaching, or professional coaching. And examples of sprinkler systems are personal clinician practitioners, city and department physicians, employee assistance programs, emergency services, emergency departments, and non-voluntary inpatient psychiatric services. As you can imagine, if you wait for your employee to need a non-voluntary inpatient psychiatric services, the likelihood that that employee is going to return to full and functioning service back to your agency is very low. So we commonly get lumped into the critical incident stress debriefing and the CISD and critical incident stress teams because we share a common goal of improving our first responders. However, a critical incident stress debriefing typically only takes place after a traumatic event. Your attendance is required, it's commonly in a group setting, and it's rare to have follow-up. And the CISD is specific to events that happened on the job. Coaching, on the other hand, is done at a time of your choosing. It is not as a result of an acute stressor. Your attendance is optional. It is private, confidential, and one-on-one, and you can go to coaching for any reason at all, whether the reason that you want to go to coaching is for a problem at home or at work. So first responders have been called industrial athletes. As an athlete, having a coach is completely normal. In 2019, the NFL added team psychologists to supplement the 10 plus other team coaches. Chris Carr, PhD, a team performance psychologist and a behavioral health clinician, says, "It takes mental health out of the shadows and elevates the clinician as an important part of the organization's success. The stigma quickly vanishes when people recognize that learning to manage stressors and eliminate distractions provides a huge performance advantage." So let's talk about that. What is the similarities between having an athletic performance coach and a personal performance coach? So let's take golf, for example. As a golfer, you could take 100 balls down to the range, and you can spend an hour, and you can hit all 100 balls, and you could probably improve 5%. But in the process, you're probably going to cause a lot of damage to the area around you if you're not careful about where you're shooting. However, when you have a golf coach, you might take 10 balls, and you might take 20 minutes, and you might increase by 50% because you have a trained coach and a trained person that is experienced and has the knowledge on what you're doing and how to improve. And making those subtle adjustments in your swing, in your follow-through, in your approach to golf that can have a much greater improvement on your swing. So the same thing is with a personal performance coach like first responder coaching. You can sit down with a trained coach who's able to analyze the actions that you're taking and to set goals and to assist you to become better much faster than you would on your own. So coaching can bridge the gap between what we currently have and what our members desperately need. So what are some of the ways that you can get coached? First, one-on-one coaching services. One-on-one coaching service is typically a weekly one-on-one coaching partnership with an FRC certified coach that can bring about the quickest and longest lasting change. We have an offering for department and organizations. The department and organizations have great opportunities to facilitate creating and fostering the relationship between your employees and our certified coaches. We also offer group coaching sessions. Group coaching sessions provide all attendees with the ability to benefit from the coaching of only a few. And we offer the ability to become a first responder coach certified coach. Individuals and organizations can greatly benefit from the extensive value that becoming a coach has to offer. Having your own in-house coaching team can provide a great value to the health of your organization. I'd like to leave you with this last quote. "Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely an absence of disease or infirmity." Thank you very much for listening to my presentation. Please reach out to us at our website, at my email, or at our phone number. We look forward to serving you.